The Torchbearer Foundation began with the vision of two African men, Dr. Martin Nebo, living in the United States, and Dr. Alfred Njamshi, living in Cameroon, Africa. These men, now joined by thousands of believers in the United States and in Cameroon, carry the hope of seeing Christian believers in Africa becoming missionaries to their own people and to the uttermost parts of the world. Our mission is to transform Africa, person after person and community after community, by being a visible demonstration of the power of the gospel of Jesus Christ and by shining His torch in every aspect of individual and community life. We are a trans-denominational Christian ministry involved in holistic Christian community development. The Torchbearer Foundation supports a comprehensive program of spiritual, socioeconomical, medical, and educational development within a community. The cornerstone of this program is prayer, and the primary agent of action is the whole body of Christ in the community. Torchbearers is mobilizing the local church and Christians in Cameroon to get involved in community development to the benefit of their entire communities. In this way, they are visibly demonstrating the love of Jesus Christ to the entire community and to the glory of God. We see at least one missionary sending local church in every village throughout Africa. We see young Africans equipped with technical skills and impeccable character becoming missionaries to their own people. We see African believers becoming servant leaders to their people, developing homes for the poor, oppressed children and their families, opening hospitals, Christian schools, libraries, and universities. We see believers in the community operating businesses dedicated to evangelization and discipleship, job creation, and self-sustainability. We see the local church becoming a careful custodian of the gospel and a powerful advocate for Christ-centered reconciliation, peace, and justice in the community. We value the cultivation of indigenous leadership. We believe that nationals are uniquely qualified to reach their own people. They know the language, the culture, the physical environment, and most importantly, they are the ones who will remain in their homeland in the good times as well as in bad. Our goal is to come alongside these faithful leaders to encourage and support the work they've been called to carry out. By working with local churches, we aim to complement what they are doing by offering our ministries and specific skills to serve them in ways that are consistent with our own mission. The vision of Torchbearers Foundation is pursued through the establishment of Torchbearer Community Centers. These community centers hold to the philosophy, don't curse the darkness, light a torch. A torch is a Christian community cell which has come together around a specific community problem. A torchbearer then becomes a prayerful community problem solver. It's been exciting to see communities come together to identify needs and then to prayerfully seek God's direction in helping to meet those needs, many times through income-generating projects. Like most rural areas in Cameroon, Ngenicom is characterized by widespread poverty. Farming is the major economic activity. Realizing one of their greatest needs was the availability of good drinking water, two of the torches in this community decided that raising goats could generate income to help meet this need. Each torch started with one goat, and then with some financial assistance from the Torchbearer Foundation, the project continues to grow. These torches have discovered a way to help meet the needs of their entire community. For $30, you can buy a goat. Many villages and clans in Cameroon depend on corn fufu as their staple food. Before modern technology evolved to the level of power-generated grinding machines, villagers moved from grinding their grain on stone to a hand mill. These means are still used in some remote areas. In March 2005, the Torchbearer Foundation, through the generosity of Branson Hills Assembly of God, was able to place a fuel-generated grinding machine in one of these communities. What a blessing to these people and those in the surrounding areas. A second grinder was purchased in July 2006. Our ministry to the underprivileged includes reaching out to orphans, widows, prisoners, the blind, and other needy people. Developing systems to help these underprivileged people help themselves is our priority. But we also recognize the need for relief through gifts to meet other immediate needs. Research has shown that in 2002, over 210,000 children ages 0 to 14 were AIDS orphans in Cameroon alone. The Torchbearer Orphan Development Ministry is a comprehensive program of the Torchbearer Foundation that seeks to meet the spiritual and material needs of orphans in the community. More than 80 orphans have received help from our national offices through clothes, shoes, food items, school fees, and supplies. More have received assistance from the Torches in their own community. Orphans receiving educational opportunities are encouraged to become self-supporting and to one day become contributors to their own communities. $300 a year, or $25 a month, will support and educate one of these orphans. Torchbearers has assisted communities in establishing training centers for the underprivileged. Some of these include instructions in auto mechanics, carpentry, tailoring, hairdressing, and farming, just to name a few. Most of these young people would never have had the opportunity to learn a skill or a trade without the establishment and funding of these training centers. We are enabling them to support themselves and their families and then to reach out to others as they have been helped. Industrial sewing machines cost nearly $200, a wood lathe $400, a welder $600, and a generator $800. These are some of the larger items used at the training centers. We want to organize volunteer workshops in schools and in these training centers to encourage students to form volunteer clubs. It is important for these students to make meaningful contributions to their communities through the promotion of community service projects. Most hospitals in Cameroon, especially in the rural areas, lack basic medicines and equipment. Many people suffer from diseases due to lack of knowledge of the simple basic hygiene. The HIV/AIDS pandemic is a great threat to human life, and the fight against it is urgent. The Torchbearer Foundation, in collaboration with Friends of the Ministry in Cameroon and abroad, is carrying out medical missions to assist needy hospitals and health centers with needed medicines and equipment. In January 2006, a gift of medical supplies, medicines, and equipment was delivered to the Ndu District Hospital. This 54-bed hospital sees on average 500 to 600 patients a month. They were thrilled to receive, along with the medicines and supplies, a surgical bed, a rotating surgical lamp, a portable EKG machine, and 4 electric ultrasound stethoscopes. Providing health care has become much easier in this community thanks to the generous contributions through torchbearers. In January 2006, what began in Nkambe was a simple computer training program in partnership with the Cameroon Agape Ministry for the Underprivileged, became a fully operational Torchbearer Computer Technology Institute. The institute runs a cyber cafe with a capacity of 30 computers connected to the World Wide Web using a powerful satellite system. It also runs a computer training program with a capacity of 15 computers, as well as a computer repair service. Realizing the vital role information and communication technology can play in poverty reduction and community development is what led to the conception of Torchbearer Computer Technology Institutes. This continues to be an ambitious project of the Torchbearer Foundation. Children and young people in most urban areas are often exposed to computer technology. However, the majority of Cameroonian children in rural areas are not. This is one of the major reasons the Torchbearer Foundation is organizing CTIs in Cameroon with emphasis on rural areas. More than 200 young people have already received internet training at CTI in Nkambe. Young carpenters, mechanics, and designers are improving their professional skills by using the internet. Information and technology can positively impact the lives of the poor and the semi-literate. Torchbearer's aim is to reduce computer illiteracy in Cameroon, especially in these areas where computers and technology are still a foreign concept to most people. Torchbearers, changing Africa one person at a time, one community at a time. You can learn more about us on the World Wide Web at torchbearerfoundation.org. Don't curse the darkness. Light a torch.